This video is sponsored by Aniba.com, the digital gaming marketplace with over 20,000 digital products across PC and consoles. Aniba.com has great deals on new and old titles, and it has an excellent Trustpilot score, so you can rest assured your gaming will continue without a hitch. Aniba.com believes that customers shouldn't worry if their code doesn't work. They offer 24/7 live support to clear any concerns you may have. Use the code OLDGAMING for a further discount. Now onto the video.
Hi everyone, so today I'm playing Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. This came out in the Vita back in 2013. It was really exciting when it first came out. The idea of a Batman Arkham game on the Vita, even though it's a 2D game or 2.5D, it still was very, very exciting to have this happen. The Batman Arkham games were just awesome. I even like Batman Arkham Origins. So I really enjoyed all the three kind of console games on the PS3. And so this was just really, really cool to see. When I actually got it, I thought it's a good game, definitely a good game, but it had some flaws in it, unfortunately. So from a story perspective, I really liked it. From the graphics, I mean, this is on the Vita. You can see what's on YouTube right now, the screen. It's actually really impressive, the graphics. And they did a really good job of also translating that combo system from the console games to the Vita as well. Even though it's 2.5D, it's a really good job of kind of taking that sort of counter and punch, counter and strike system, and then adding in all the other little gadgets that Batman has. They did a great job in this game from that perspective. And so when you play the game, you basically have you got three choices kind of in terms of how you approach it. After this little prologue, you got three villains that have taken over different parts of the prison, and so you can go after the Joker or Penguin or Black Mask first. And so when I first played the game, I beat the Joker first, and that changes who the kind of final boss in the game is as well. Like I said, you can play and play the game in different order, and it gives you a chance to replay the game as well. It gives you a reason to replay the game because you're going to be playing, getting kind of a different ending each time, which is cool. The big problem with this game was when you're in the levels, the environments, the bad guys, when you beat them, they disappear from the environment, which is actually it makes everything in the environment just feel a bit empty, because there's a lot of backtracking. It's a Metroidvania, so you're going to be going back and forth through different areas. But then the second time you go through it, and you may go through it a third time, fourth time, fifth time to find where you eventually need to go. Because of that, it really does feel kind of a bit boring, a bit of a chore. Because you're just there's no challenge when you're going through it second time. It just feels a little bit empty. And that was kind of the main criticism I had with the game. But you can see just from the prologue, it does a really good job of kind of setting the game up. It really kind of has that console Batman feel, even though it's a 2D game, which is very cool. I really wish they'd kind of thought about the design a bit more in terms of the bad guys, and also just the backtracking, because there's a lot of backtracking, unfortunately. So it's it would have been. I think they need to just think about that a little bit more. What's interesting is that this game was actually on the 3DS as well as the Vita. So although it doesn't feel compromised in terms of the graphics or anything, like I said, it looks great on the Vita. It really does. The sound is great. The voice acting, it's all really impressive actually. I just think it's just more the design of the game, the way they actually laid out the enemies, laid out the maps. I think that was the thing they probably needed to work on or change. But otherwise, this is just a very cool game, and something, like I said, I'm really glad it came to the Vita. Got to get the timing right. I love that about the Arkham games. There's kind of a rhythm to each fight where you really need to kind of get that right in order to properly manage to beat kind of groups of bad guys, to go from the kind of the strike to block, that kind of rhythm. Unfortunately, I'm getting making a few mistakes this time. I'm playing this on my Vita, of course, but with a DualShock 4, so it may be that a little bit. I'm going to blame the latency of the controller on the. You can see Catwoman looking from a distance. So I need to, actually, what I've realised is that I need to be a little bit careful in terms of, that was silly, in terms of not overly punching too much, otherwise I'm breaking my combo. There we go. Now, where's Catwoman gone?
Wow, that looked exhausting. Feel free to take a break if you need one.
I don't know how this runs on the 3DS, but I can't imagine it would run all that well. I'd almost be curious, but I couldn't be bothered to play it on 3DS, given I've got it on Vita. I do want to try and play the different bosses though. Since I've only did the Vita, did Joker, I'd like to try the rest of them as well.
That's right.
Now I don't know on the screen that you guys are watching. Normally when I'm recording these videos from my Vita, it can sometimes be a little bit dark and not look as good on the YouTube screen compared to how it looks on the Vita. So it really does look great, guys, on the screen. In case it's not kind of coming through very well, it looks really good on the Vita screen. It's a really good prologue to the game as well. I don't think there was ever actually a demo on the PSN store, but I think this as a demo, because it's a good probably like 15 minutes or so. It's a good little demo of the game. They should really have put that on the store. I remember actually playing it. So for those guys in outside of the UK, there's a game show in the UK called Eurogamer Expo (EGX), and so I actually played this at EGX. Before it came out, about a month or so before it came out, and that really convinced me as well that I needed to buy this game, because it is just it just played really well. This demo is a really great demo for the game.
All right, so how do I upload?
This ends here.
What kind of girl do you think I am? Because chances are, you're right.
Why is it not working? You've got to be really careful with the timing. It's kind of as soon as you see the those kind of electricity spikes. There we go. Okay. Ooh, managed to be here. Okay.
What a lousy way to end a first date.
I also, yeah, these little kind of comic cutscenes as well. They're really cool. It looks really good. So I think, guys, this game has so much potential. It does play well when you're actually playing it. Like I said, the backtracking, the lack of enemies at times, that's what really kind of hurt the game for me. But otherwise, when you're actually playing the game, it's really good. The story's great, the graphics are great, sound is really good. And it's a Batman Arkham game, which, they're generally really good, and this is kind of a Arkham game on the Vita, which was awesome. So if you haven't played it, I do recommend getting it. I think it's only £15, I believe, on the PSN store, which is not bad. Or if you can track down a second-hand copy, I don't think they're that expensive. This was a game that a lot of people bought, so I don't think it's overly expensive. But I do recommend it. I think it's, even though it is flawed, it's still a good game, worth playing and worth grabbing. So guys, let me know in the comments, have you played Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate? What did you think of it? Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.